All right, you guys, this is another wake-up call video for you skin disease sufferers out there, those of you who are looking to heal your body. And you guys are starting to get your head wrapped around the idea that it's going to take some hard work, and you already know by now, hopefully, that you have to heal your gut biome with a proper diet. And I hope you also know by now you have to address the nervous system and the immune inflammatory response daily. You got to do some cleanses and detoxifications throughout the weeks, throughout the months, but you also got to move your body on a daily basis. Today's video is to remind you that 30 minutes of some type of movement per day is not even close to enough. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to walk you through my day of movement so that you guys can see how I've broken my day up. My day is centered around movement, and on average, I'm not saying every single day, but on average, if you look at my 7 days and you add up all the numbers and you make an average, that's what I mean by average, 3 hours per day, movement, daily movement. Now, that doesn't mean that you got to knock out 3 hours every single day, but during the week, you got to accumulate a huge volume of movement to heal your body, to even have a chance at healing your body. It's the number one thing, and I say that all the time because everything's the number one thing, but if you are not moving your body enough, there is no chance that you will heal your skin disease. Hey good people, if you're enjoying this content, remember to subscribe, remember to share, remember to hit the notification bell, and leave all of your comments and questions down below. Gracias. So the start of my movement day starts for me at the same time it starts for all the other animals in nature. As you can hear, the birds are waking up and going crazy. The sun is rising right over to the left. And I go out on this path and I walk around this lake. There's another lake on the other side. And I'll walk around for about 45 minutes to up to 2 hours sometimes. And it's not a workout. It's just me with my thoughts, being calm in the morning and moving my body. Before I go out on my walk, I'll usually have a little bit of water. A lot of times I'll do my turmeric lemonade or some green tea. But this morning, I really didn't feel like having anything. So I got up nice and early and I just started my walk, and I'll build up a nice thirst. And when I get home, it'll be really fun to drink some turmeric lemonade. I'll warm it up and then I'll have some green tea. And it's cold out. It's about 37 degrees. But it's really good to get your body, your lymphatic fluids, your lymphatic system, your muscles, your brain outside. I'm by water. I'm taking in all of this wonderful clean air. All of these negative ions are helping my body wake up and detox. I'm getting direct morning sunlight, which is extremely healing and nurturing. And it just feels good. No one else is out here. I'm all alone. The lake is calm. And it's a time for me to collect my thoughts and get a nice big block of movement in. So before most people are even awake, I usually get about an hour, hour and a half of walking time in, of movement, which is crucial for stacking a lot of volume of movement into my day. One thing I do when I'm doing my morning walks is I do my best to focus on breathing through my nose, inhaling through my nose, and slowly exhaling through my mouth. It creates a very yogic, rhythmic, Ujjayi pranayama style breathing. It really invigorates the body and calms down the nervous system. Your breath and the control of your breath is one of the kind of doorways to the inflammatory immune response and to the gut biome and to the nervous system. The more you can control and smooth out and deepen and do breath work and control your breath throughout the day, the better. So once I'm done with my walk outside, then it's time for me to work. Work goes from about 7 till around noon. Once I'm kind of like fully done with my emails and done with answering the comments on YouTube and on Instagram, That's my first block. It's emails and writing letters and writing comments and doing kind of like busy, not fun BS stuff. I get that done. I also will do some shooting of videos and some editing of videos during that time. It's my busy work section. That ends around noon, and at noon, I do the same thing every day. 200 kettlebell swings and somewhere between 5 sets and 10 sets of 5 super slow pull-ups. Now, those are just 2 activities that hit a lot of my body. I look at that more as a functional cardio session. It really gets my blood going. It really gets my metabolism pumping. It gets my energy pumped for the entire day, and it feels really, really, really awesome. That routine only takes me somewhere between 20 and 30 minutes at the most, but that is done every single day. Once I'm done with that, I will usually have my first meal. So somewhere around 1 o'clock or 12:30, I'll have my first meal. After my first meal, I will, allow the food to digest while I do the rest of my work. And the rest of my work lasts from about 1 o'clock till about 5:30 or 6. And it consists of calling up clients, doing consultations, shooting more videos, editing more videos, getting interviewed, doing interviews, maybe even doing some research. But once I'm done with that work block, then it's time to have my resistance training, which I really look forward to. Now, a lot of times I'm not really wanting to do it. It's a discipline. By then I'm worn out from working all day mentally. And this is where you gotta kind of just be mentally tough. You gotta do the first set. You gotta do your warm-up set. You gotta put your shoes on or put your workout outfit on and just start the process. And once you do and you get the blood flowing, then it starts to feel really good. For my resistance training, it changes all the time, but it's around a basic routine of push, pull, legs. I do resistance training anywhere from 5 to 6 days a week. I enjoy it. It feels really good. Those workouts last about an hour, sometimes up to 2 hours. So there you have it. That's my super straightforward, still catching my breath, push workout. Archer push-ups, 10 sets, dips, 10 sets, and overhead press with a heavy ass rock, 10 sets. So big volume, took me about an hour 25 to get all that done. And I'm torched, I'm tore up. I'm ready to eat, and I'm ready to relax and enjoy the rest of my evening. I'm also feeling really good. After a workout, your muscles are pumped, your brain is working amazingly, you have an actual real hunger, and your body's in a perfect place now to absorb and assimilate all that food. It's a good thing. Once that's done, it's dinner time. And then I have a nice, delicious, big meal. I'm hungry by that time. My body's wanting to eat. My body's ready to digest and assimilate a good amount of healthy food. And I let it rip. I eat until I'm satisfied. And then when I'm done, it's time for icing on the cake time. It's time for variable day. As you can probably see, that's already around 3 hours of movement for a normal basic day. And so a lot of times I can be done. I can be really timed to, eat my dinner, and after dinner, do some basic stretching, which I love to do some Thai squatting, just do some twisting, do some turning, and relax and watch a show or read a book. Or a lot of times what I will do is, if it's still sunny out or if I still have some sunshine, it's in the summer months, I'll do some work around the house, or I'll go and work on one of my vans or one of my camper vans or one of my motorhomes and customize the inside and do woodworking and work with my hands, which pushes up my daily activity through the roof. So it's the end of the day stretching routine. I have extremely tight knees and hips. When I first started yoga therapy school back in the day, I could not sit on the backs of my heels. So I like to kind of start my chilling out process. I'm done with dinner, I'm done with work. The weather is kind of getting crappy, so I'm not going to work on the van today. So basically my day of movement was 2-hour walk outside, my 200 kettlebell swings, my little pull-up routine, And then my push day, as you guys saw, it was push-ups, it was dips, it was overhead press. And so here at the end of the day, when I'm doing this little stretchity stretch, it's just about loosening up my spine, leaning back, getting my hips into it. And yeah, people, guess what? This counts as movement. Also, when you focus on doing some type of breath work, and I have a really cool breath work routine in the 3 phases workbook. It's basically the Ujjayi pranayama, in through the nose, out through the mouth, making the sound of the ocean. That is movement. That moves your lymphatic system. That moves your body's energy. So I'll do this for a few minutes. And then the other most important stretch to do each day is to get into a Thai squat, which means both of your heels are flat on the ground and you're just chilling in this position. And you want to get at least a couple minutes in this position every single day. I do this in the morning, I do this while I'm working out, and I do this at the end of the day, and it is super beneficial. It counts as movement. Also, a few other little basic things, and I'm pretty sore today. Just doing some light, this is not push-ups, this is more for the lower back, give you guys a better view. Just right into there, just allowing that to be nice. Some child's pose. And so you don't have to make things overly complicated or hard. You just have to do them. And so I'm going to spend the next 10 minutes just laying around, just kind of being on the ground and moving my body, and whatever stretches and breathing activities come into my mind, that's what I'm going to do. Super straightforward. And as you can see, I've been wearing the same damn shirt pretty much all day. That means I didn't sweat. I didn't pit this thing out, not even during my workout. It's not about intensity. It's not about cardiovascular exercise. It's super simple. It's about movement, gaining strength, gaining mobility, moving your lymphatic system. Some other tips for getting more movement in. Dry brushing is a great way to get movement in. Cold exposure, great way to get movement in. Sauna is a great way to get movement in. The most basic form, though, is a long walk on a daily basis. It will be absolutely magical for you. Now, if you add on top of that things like salt baths, deep cleansing days, cold exposure, which I usually will do on the weekend, saunas, which are more passive, but they're for the lymphatic system, you're getting a huge amount of movement in. And I'm working, for most of the days, I'm working at least between 6 and 10 hours every single day, 6 days a week. I usually only take Sundays off from work. So as you can see, my day's not focused around work and obligations. It's not focused around having off time to watch Facebook ads and Instagram ads and YouTube ads and stupid ass shows on Netflix or binge watch TV. If you're binge watching TV, if you're watching TV an hour and a half or 2 hours a day or 3 hours a day, what most people really do, but that's why you're not getting enough workouts in. That's why you're not moving your body enough. That's why you're failing at healing. The priorities are around movement for me. That's why I get them done. I build my entire day around movement. My work schedule revolves around moving in between, and it allows you to get work done. It allows you to stay mentally alert, and it allows you to feel good. That's the main thing that people are missing out on. If you're not getting enough movement, you're leaving a lot on the table as far as feeling really awesome in life. You don't have to be intimidated by the amount of work and working out and movement that I get in per day. You don't have to match my 3 hours a day average. You don't have to come really close to it. But you do need to move way more than you think you do. 30 minutes will not cut it. 30 minutes a day is basically sedentary. On the weekends, on your days off, you should be hitting at least a 3-hour mark for movement. And on days that most people are working their busy lives, should get at least an hour and a half, sometimes 2. If you're waking up early in the morning and you don't have to go to work till 9 or 8, You have a huge block of time to enjoy your life, to move your body, to feel good. And really, that's the point. It's about healing your skin, and it's about having a life that feels really powerful and awesome and good. I wouldn't move my body this much if it was just about, oh, I got to do this for my skin. I move my body because on days that I don't feel right. It doesn't feel good. I don't sleep as good. My hormones aren't as good. My mind isn't as good. And you have that nagging thing in the back of your head saying you didn't do enough. You're losing. You're messing things up. The guilty feeling. It feels good at the end of the day to actually earn laying in bed and watching a show, or laying in bed and reading an amazing book, or chilling with friends and being social and super being able to enjoy that moment because you've done the work for the entire day. It feels amazing. It changes your life. And without moving enough, you definitely will not heal your skin. Don't get intimidated. Start with where you're at. If all you have is 30 minutes, okay, that's where you start. 30 minutes a day, boom. But you got to refine and you got to progress. And over the course of 3 months and 6 months and 9 months and 12 months, you got to get your daily movement all the way up. One of the easiest ways, and this is like a little helpful hack and hint, I myself can move a lot without the help of anybody. That's just me. I'm weird that way. A lot of people find it much easier to move their body enough if they have a social thing connected to it. Joining a sports team, going to a CrossFit gym, going to yoga classes, going to learn swing dancing or break dancing or capoeira or whatever it is. Joining a freaking boat sailing crew. Get a surf coach. There's a million different ways to move your body. Find something that's enjoyable, find something that's social, find something that gets you out of your house and into nature, and I guarantee your life will change. I guarantee your skin will start moving in the right direction. I guarantee it will feel really good. You'll feel more natural. You'll feel more human. But that's going to do it for me today, guys. Thanks so much for watching this video. Leave all your comments and questions down below. For those of you who are looking to get a hold of me to become one of my private clients, there's a link in the description box for a free consultation. You can find the 3 Phases workbook at holistichealthactivation.com. Also, the best, unequivocally, world's greatest probiotic for skin health is Skinessa, proven by science. You can find a link for that down below. I take that stuff every day. My clients take it all the time too, and it works really well. Give it a look. Also, Instagram, you can find me there as Rob Stuart. In real life, I'm just plain old Robert Stuart, spelled Stuart, and that's going to do it, guys. Thanks so much for watching. I'll be back with many more videos really soon. Peace. Now, there is a caveat to this. If you are someone who has a career in physical labor, you're a landscaper, you're a construction worker, you're a roofer, you're a plumber, you're someone who is constantly on your feet and doing human movements, all of that counts for movement. And so if you work an 8-hour job as a plumber, you're most likely getting like 5 or 6 hours of solid movement per day. And you don't have to do much more besides take care of yourself and do some probably restorative stretching, do some stress management, and do some breath work.